Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makan Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This your brother Nawak coming at you with another lesson. Lord's will, it will be edifying. And I want to entitle this lesson, The Days of Trouble Are at Hand. And we living in those days, we living in those times. We're literally living in the last days. And every day that go by, we're getting closer and closer to the Lord coming. See, the Lord, Yahweh Shai, he's getting ready to come, and he's going to deliver all of his elect, and he's going to destroy Esau's wicked kingdom, which we're living in now. And hey, we see it. We see everything lining up with the prophecies. The prophecies are popping off. And this year, 2025, has been moving really fast. See, we're already in August. And it's just like the year just started. But hey, that's good. Those are all good signs that the Lord is speeding up the times, just like he said he would. And hey, the days are going to continue to get more and more evil. These are prophecies. These things have to happen. The time of Jacob's trouble. It's already started, but hey, it's going to get way, 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 way worse. We're coming into a time on earth that there's never been. And like I say, this government, this DJ Trump, the whole system, it's been moving fast, setting up executive orders and different laws to bring about the MOTB. To ultimately, they want the NWO. So this system, this current system where you got paper dollars, that's getting ready to go away. That's just the bottom line. It's getting ready to be all digital. Everything is transferring over to digital. They want to digitize everything. They want to digitize the money. They want your health and everything to be on digital. Everything they want it to be on the computer digital. See, and then they want to have AI running everything. And that's what's being set up. So what you see on the screen, I want to get into this. I got a couple videos on how you can see how martial law is setting up. It's setting up. And like I said, we are in the beginning stages. The times that we're living in is about to get way, way worse. It says on the screen, Trump sends federal agents into D.C. crime zones to clean them up. But at the same time, they're reporting in D.C. that crime has been down I believe it was 26%. So they're making moves to do what they need to do. But hey, these are the prophecies of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. The prophecy said it's going to be martial law. There's going to be civil wars. There's going to be race wars. There's going to be riots. We're already seeing uproars of the people. All of these things are set to happen. They're supposed to happen. That means we're just getting closer and closer to Yahweh Shai, cracking them skies, see? So we're looking for Yahweh Shai to come. And every time we see these prophecies come to pass, we know we're getting closer and closer. It says, Trump sends federal agents into D.C. crime zones to clean them up. And what you're going to hear Jake, he's shocked. He don't know what the hell is going on. But hey, these devils are rolling with their plans. And hey, we see that things are setting up for this time of trouble. Let me roll this clip.
What the Oh, they really hopping out. Oh, they're real. They really coming to your churches and jumping out and bagging your bro. They ain't all type of shit, boy. What the
You see that? I'll play it one more time, and then I'm gonna get the next video.
Oh my God. What the Oh, they really hopping out. Oh, they're real. They really coming to your churches and jumping out and bagging your bro. They ain't all type of shit, boy. What the
As you can see, hey, Trump has federal agents in D.C. He's called in the the troops. And hey, things are setting up for martial law. Let me get this next video clip real quick, and you're gonna see that in this next video clip. 1 minute. There we go. This is happening.
They're moving in to crush these protests.
As you can see, it's going down. Okay, I'm gonna play this clip one more time too. Yep. You see, the troops are heading down the street. They're militarizing the police. Trump is completely taking over the city.
They're moving in to crush these protests.
And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. You finna see this spread out. This is finna be all over. See? And this is just the start of it. This is just the start of it. Get people calmed down, get people used to it, and then it'll be another city and another city. You see? But hey, as we see these things happening, hey, we just see the Lord bringing about all the prophecies. Now, from there, I want to get to this dream. This Eve, she had a dream of people basically taking each other out left and right. She's seen a lot of death in this vision, and she was shook up. And other brothers have done videos on this Eve's video here because it's so detailed. And I want to break this video down. Let's play it.
You guys, right now it is 5 a.m. in New Haven, Connecticut. I want to share this dream that I had. I want to share this dream. I don't know if it meant something. I don't know if it's a warning, but I literally woke up from this dream. Right now, I'm in the bathroom, about to get ready for work. This dream has to be a warning. And it's from the government. I'ma share it. I was on the bus, like a CT transit bus. I was on the bus on my way home from work. It was a sunny day outside, on my way home from work. And I'm on my phone, and I was gonna make a phone call to my mom to check on her. This is a dream, okay? Keep this in mind. This is a dream. And as soon as I was about to dial my mom's number and call her and check on her, all of a sudden my phone blacked out. Not just my phone, the whole entire world, everybody's phone, even on the city bus, everybody's phone blacked out.
Now, we've been saying this is going to be blackouts. Expect this, because one EMP in the right spot can knock out all the electricity, which is an electromagnetic pulse. And of course, Esau's already set it up to where he'll be saying, hey, the Russians did it, the Chinese did it. It doesn't matter. These are the times that we're coming into. Expect the unexpected. But we are already expecting these things to happen. And we're telling you before they happen that it's going to be blackouts. Let me continue.
As everyone's phone blacked out, it was a message at the same time. And all you hear is dun, 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 dun. This is a warning. This is a warning. This is a warning. Everybody lost electricity. Car.
And that reminds me of those Purge movies where you hear those sirens going off. It's going to be like that. It's going to be like that. Those Purge movies and different apocalyptic type movies, end time movies, those are set there for a reason. Some people just purely think it's just entertainment. But no, they be thinking about these things. These things are going to be happening real soon. People are going to be at each other's throats. Let me continue.
Buildings. There was no electricity at all. It was like the world just shut down, blacked out. Everyone on the bus is looking so confused. They're all looking at their phones. Our phones are pitch black. And all you hear is, this is a warning. This is a warning. This is a warning. The next thing I knew, I look outside the window as I'm on the bus. I look outside the window and I see people killing each other. I mean, smurder. Everybody, including myself that was on that bus, was panicking. Like, we were all afraid. We were in panic mode. But as we're all looking out the window from the bus, you can see nothing but people smurdering each other. I'm talking about left and right. It was so graphic. It was so graphic that I got scared in that dream. And I started having a heart attack in that dream, to the point where I woke up and I started sweating. I jumped.
Hey, you hear her. She started having a heart attack. And the scriptures talk about men's hearts failing them for fear. These things are literally set to happen. And she talked about all the people attacking each other, taking each other out, many people getting destroyed and deleted left and right. These times are coming. These times are real. So this dream that she received, it comes from the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Just as it says in the scriptures, the Lord said he would pour out his spirit upon all flesh. And that's exactly what we're seeing more and more and more through these different videos, people putting up on Instagram and TikTok. The Lord is putting the spirit on people, not just to have these visions and dreams, but to put them up. And we're going to continue to break these things down. So what she's describing is Jacob's trouble. See, a time on earth there's never been. Can you imagine if all the power goes out? You think people are just going to be calm? You think people are just going to be cool and collected? No, it's going to get violent. It's going to get terrible out here real quick. And it's not going to take long. See, people think, for example, that the supermarkets and the different warehouses, the store food, that there's always going to be food in there. But it's all linked up to a system. See, it's linked up to the farms, which is linked up to the food processing centers, which is linked up to the trucking. If any of these things go down, the trucks stop rolling in, these food centers and different food markets, supermarkets are going to be empty in 3 days. And they don't have no warehouse back there where they stocking up stuff. The places where people go, you normally go to shop, is going to be cleaned out. And you think people are not going to be at each other's throats. You think people are not going to be doing any and everything that they can do to survive. That's the times that we're coming into. People are not going to have no pity upon another. See, as the scriptures say, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many is going to wax cold. So what she's describing is people just basically losing it. And people going to have to, you're going to have protection in that day. And that's why the Lord, he has been getting us prepared through the Spirit. Because the times that we're coming into, you're not going to make it through it lest the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is looking out for you. Lest you have that hedge of protection on you from the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're not going to make it through this. This dream right here is very real. And you can see this lady is not acting. This is real. And this is the Lord warning, pouring out his spirit upon all flesh. And people bringing out these different dreams, these different visions. These are things that are set to happen, and they're going to continue to happen. The Lord is speeding things up. Let me continue.
I jumped out my bed. My back was sweating. My chest was sweating. Everything was like, I was just hot. I was sweating, and my heart was like boom, 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 boom. I said all that to say this. People might not know that dreams have a meaning to it, but I feel like dreams have a meaning to it. And I don't know what this dream means, but I'm gonna tell you this. Y'all better be vigilant. Y'all better be vigilant, because this dream felt real. I don't know if this dream means the purge or a terrorist attack. I don't know what the dream meant, But what I can tell you is that the dream means something. And the government is up to something. Okay? They're up to something. Y'all better be vigilant. Y'all better stay woke. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. The dream that I had, where our phones had blacked out and everything blacked out, everything shut down completely, and folks is murdering each other left and right, y'all better wake up and take heed. And I'm sharing this dream to y'all. Y'all better save this video. Y'all better save it. Y'all better share it. Because whatever that's about to happen, I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how. Okay? But from New Haven, Connecticut, I'm here to let you know that y'all better be vigilant. Y'all better take heed.
And that's the key word she keeps saying is vigilant. And I'm going to get the definition to that word. We living in those days. The days of trouble are at hand. And that's just the bottom line. And the Lord has us warning you through the Spirit. We're letting you know that the time on earth that there's never been, the time of Jacob's trouble, is finna get hot. Okay? The Trump don't have those troops, and he doesn't have those different, he's not militarizing the police and setting up down there, taking over DC for no reason. That's just the beginning. And we're warning you, these things are going to continue to multiply. The evils are continue to grow because the Lord is doing it. He said he would be visiting this place, and that's exactly what he's doing. And these plagues and all of these evil times that we're living in is going to get worse. These wars and these rumors of wars, from that alone, you should know we're living in the last days. A lot of people want to say that those things have always been happening and we ain't nothing about to happen. Well, those people are completely blind. They don't see everything setting up. They don't see how everything ties together. The martial law, the Civil War, the race wars, the blackouts, the pestilences. See, they're already talking about something else is coming out. See, some kind of pestilence. Earthquakes in diverse places. Those are happening everywhere. Volcanoes erupting all over the earth that's been dormant for years. It's been floods. Man, it's been so many floods around this earth, you can't even keep track. See, that's the Lord visiting this place just like he said he would. So with that, I want to get into this because one of the things she kept bringing out, she kept saying, be vigilant. And that's what we're saying. We're saying you need to be vigilant. It says vigilant, keeping careful watch for possible danger or difficulties. And we're living in those days. We're living in the evil days. The evil days is right now. Okay, they're not creeping up. They're coming fast. And I got another definition here. It says vigilant, on the alert, as for danger or error, watchful. That's exactly what we need to be, watchful, attentive to discover and avoid danger, or to provide for safety, wakeful, watchful, circumspect. See? And that's what we do through the Spirit and power of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai. Our job is to warn you. We're warning you that we very, very close. Things is about to erupt. See? Things is not finna go back. That brings me to this scripture. This word vigilant. Let's get this. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 15. Ephesians chapter 5 in verse 15. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, meaning we need to be watching all around, need to be looking in all directions. 360 degrees, things are happening all the time. So many things happening, you can hardly keep track because the Lord is bringing this place to an end. It says, not as fools, but as wise. So you can't be a fool in this thing and carry on and just act like everything is normal. You want to go to parties, you want to go to the club, you want to go to sporting events, you want to do all these things you normally do, trying to play like everything is cool, like the evils are not multiplying. But it says, but as wise, being wise is listening to the prophets. The Lord has set up the prophets to warn you. That's the bottom line. He's not finna come down and warn you himself. He set up men to do this like he's always done it. The prophets will put out the word of the Lord just before the trouble happens. We're telling you, we're preparing you through the spirit and power of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, that the days of trouble are at hand. Verse 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil. This is the time to be redeeming the time. This is the time to be getting right with the Lord, praying, fasting, whatever you need to do. This is the time to do it. Anything that you're doing, you know ain't right, you need to be praying. You need to ask the Lord to help you, because if you living in a sinful lifestyle in the days that we're living in now, you're gonna be through. Because the Lord ain't gonna be looking out for the sinners. He's looking out for the ones who's striving to live as righteously as possible, because the days are evil. The days are evil. So this is the time to be circumspect, because the days are not going to get any nicer, not any easier. It's finna be hell. It's finna be a lot of hell going on. A lot of people getting ready to be starving. People are literally going to be starving to death out here. People going to be attacking each other, eating each other. You name it, it's going down. It's going to be packs of animals out here, dogs tearing up each other. The Lord going to have evil angels all over the place. People are already getting taken over, doing all kinds of things, knifing each other, attacking each other, their families, their mothers and fathers. All kinds of things is happening. You see these things happening in the news for a reason. The Lord is pouring out judgment every day, and we see it. This is all the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai. He's bringing judgment to this place, and he's going to stir it with you Jakes, specifically the ones who know the Israelites. This is the time. We're living in those days. Let me get this in the NIV. This is the book of Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. In the NIV, it says, be very careful then how you live, not unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity. And that's how do you do that? How do you make the best of every opportunity? First of all, you literally should be praying to the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai. You should be fasting, studying, listening to the prophets, learning, doing all the things you need to do to please the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai. Because we living in those days, we living in those times where, the doors of mercies is closing. It says, making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. And that's the bottom line. And who's bringing the evils? The Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai. He's controlling both sides. He created the good. He creates the evil. The Lord do all those things. He's controlling everything. So, it's best for you to be on the Lord's side, because, everybody else is going to be through out here. You're not going to be able to make it through what's in store. It's going to be, this place, like I always say, no other country on this earth has more handguns and weapons than this place right here, Babylon the Great, aka America. It's a powder keg. See? And people are not, this country is not strapped like this for no reason. When things pop off, it's going to get real ugly out here real fast. And like she said, she's on that bus. She looked out and people was just destroying each other left and right. And that's the way it's going to go down. It's going to be like the purge. See? But we telling you, we warning you through the spirit and power of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai. We living in those days, the days of evil. Let me get this next scripture in the book of Isaiah, because like I said, you see what Trump is doing with the military and with the police. This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. It says, and I will set Egyptians against the Egyptians. Talking about this place, Babylon the Great. Americans against Americans. People going to be at each other's throat. The left against the right. Everybody who have opposite opinions about things is gonna explode, because everybody is upset right about now. They see how everything is going. People losing jobs. People rents going up. Food going up. Don't have enough for this. Don't have enough for that. Everything is changing really, really fast. And a lot of people, they can't even handle it. Some people ready to check out. Other people's ready to snap. Other people's ready to attack other people. This is the Lord setting all this up. It says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. What does that sound like? Civil war. That's what's going to go down. People going to be attacking each other left and right. It's not going to be pretty. Like the lady said, she said it was so, I think she said it was graphic. So many words. Yeah, that's how it's going to be. It's going to be blood everywhere. It's going to be dead bodies. You're going to be walking over dead bodies. This is the time that we're coming into. The only ones that's going to make it through this is the Lord's elect, because he's going to have a hedge of protection on his elect to make it through this. The same one that's bringing the evil is the same ones that's going to have the protection for the elect. Now from there, let's get this. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2 in the GNT, it says, the Lord says, I will stir up civil war, flat out. I will stir up civil war in Egypt and turn brother against brother and neighbor against neighbor. Rival cities will fight each other and rival kings will struggle for power. This is getting ready to happen. See, and we're telling you, we're warning you. And the warnings, hey, one day you're not going to be able to get this word. The Lord is going to have what is called the famine of the word. When the famine of the word comes, we're not going to be out there on the street preaching. You're not going to be able to click on videos and get the prophecies and get the teachings or any of that, because the Lord is going to have a famine of the word. He's going to shut the mouths of his prophets, meaning we're not going to be teaching and preaching anymore. We come into that time. So there is a cutoff. Once the Lord is done putting these prophecies out through his men and the elect is sealed, then he's going to unleash the full destruction on this place. Now from there, let's get this in 2nd Esdras. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 14. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that do, and it says, and them that dwell therein. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Doesn't this describe exactly what she saw in that dream? Because it's prophecy. It's prophecy. It says, for the sword, in the most famous or the most modern day sword, is talking about the gun. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand and fight. And says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And that's exactly what the lady was saying she saw on that bus. People deleting each other left and right. People getting destroyed, basically taking each other out. That's finna happen. It says, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. It's going to come to the point that, hey, nobody's going to be listening to nobody. They're not going to be listening to the mayors and the governors. What do you think is about to happen? It said when people, hey, when you lose it, when you don't have nothing to lose, you lose it. And that's what's going to happen to a lot of people. They're going to feel like they got nothing else. They ain't got nothing else to lose. So they're going to lose it. It says they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. It's going to get real chaotic, real quick out here. It says a man shall desire to go into a city and not be able, You're talking about martial law. A lot of places getting ready to get locked down. See, you're not going to be able to go into anywhere you want to go. They're going to have restrictions. They're going to want passes. They're going to want you to have the MOTB. See, they want to be able to scan you before you can go somewhere. This is all of the things that they're setting up, whether you believe it or not. These things are happening. It says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You're not going to be able if you don't have the access. You don't have the scan code or whatever they want to be approved to go somewhere else. You're going to be locked down where you at. This is the times that we coming into. Verse 18, it says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and the men shall be afraid. So, women get afraid all the time. They see a bug or see a mouse or a snake or whatever. Any old thing will scare a woman. This is talking about a time where the men shall be afraid. So how you think it's going to be? How you think it's going to be? And women, you're going to need a man in this time. The men, even the men, a lot of the men going to be shook up. But because of the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, that we've received from the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, it will be stability for our times. Meaning the Lord is getting us prepared. We know all of these things is about to pop off. We know people are going to be deleting each other and killing each other, taking each other out left and right, breaking in each other's homes, taking things, attacking each other, eating things. See? We know it's going to be animals out here destroying people, packs of wild dogs. It's going to be evil angels out here too. We're talking about a time of trouble that there's never been. This is what's getting ready to go down on this earth, especially right here in Babylon the Great. It says that man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. No pity. Step right over you. Just walk up to you and just boom, take you out, and not even flinch. These are the times we're coming into. It says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, and they shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods. See, people is gonna be you just because you've been storing up goods don't mean you're gonna be the one eating it. See, a lot of people who got stuff stored up is finna get taken. The only ones that the Lord is gonna be looking out for, the ones that's gonna eat, is the Lord's elect. It says, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. This is the time we coming into. It's going to be famine out here, real famine. And you best believe, as the scriptures say, it's better to be taken out by the sword than to pine away, meaning starving to death, where your body is eating away at itself from the inside out. That's the worst way to go. This is the time that we coming into. It says, because of lack of bread and the great tribulation, the great time of trouble, the time of Jacob's trouble. And we're getting close. We're getting very, very close. Now let's get this in the book of Ezekiel. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33 and verse 4. Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 4. It says, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet, we blowing the trumpet now. We're blowing the trumpet now. The Lord has set up his men, his prophets, to blow the trumpet. And it's not only going out with these lessons that we're putting up, it's going out through all the internet, all over the whole world. So whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, then his blood shall be on his own head. That's what's going to happen to a lot of jakes walking by the camp, scoffing, ignoring us, thinking we out there wasting our time, not knowing that the Lord is speaking through us. He's warning you. He's telling you of the things to come. Jake not listening. You don't take this warning, when the sword come and take you away, it's going to be upon your own head. It's going to be because you didn't listen. You didn't listen. It says, and he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. And those are the elect. Ultimately, the elect is going to hear this word and they're going to be sealed. And the Lord is going to deliver the elect. And Lord's will with all of that number to be delivered. This message is supposed to go out to everywhere. The heathens, 2/3 jigs, everybody, the whole world is hearing this message, hearing this true gospel, which is going out throughout all the world at this time, because the Lord is making sure that it hits everybody. As the scriptures say, you will not have any cloak for your sin, because you knew about the Israelites. You knew you was a Hebrew Israelite. I'm talking about you 2/3 jakes. But you wanted to continue to be a Christian. You wanted to continue to be Buddha and all of these different religions and doctrines. You wanted to stay wound up into that madness. Well, those are the reasons why you're gonna be through out here, because you don't want to hear the true message from the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The true warnings coming through his true prophets. See, the Lord always sets up his prophets just before he brings the destruction. And the destruction that is about to happen is going to be worse than any time that there's ever been in this world, ever. And that's the time that we're coming in. As a matter of fact, let me get it real quick. This is the book of Jeremiah 30:7. Jeremiah 30:7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so there is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. There is none like it." There is none like the times that we're coming into. They got all kinds of things out here. Robot dogs, drones, pestilences, all kinds of AI. These things have never been in this earth all at once. New technologies, different weaponry, frequencies is messing with people's heads and their brains. All kinds of things is happening on levels that this world has never seen. And that's why it's going to be like none other. It says it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. That he is talking about the elect of Israel, of men, women, and children. If you're of the elect, meaning you were chosen before the foundation of the world, and you're an Israelite, you're going to be delivered. You're going to be protected in this time of trouble. Like I said, the same one who's bringing the evils is the same one who's going to have the hedge of protection for the elect. And that's the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Now from there, let's get this in the book of Job. This is the book of Job, chapter 5, and verse 19. This is the book of Job, chapter 5. I'm going to start at verse 19. It says, "And he shall be delivered in 6 troubles." And that 6 trouble is talking about the time of Jacob's trouble. "And yet, even in 7, there shall no evil touch thee." So between the end of the Jacob's trouble, the time of tribulation, and before the missiles hit, the Lord is going to deliver the elect. We're going to be delivered up out of here. See? Because right after the tribulation, Yahushua, World War III is going to pop off, and Yahushua is going to crack them skies. And that's when the Lord is going to deliver us before those missiles hit. It says, verse 20, it says, "In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword." And the only one is able to protect you is the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Make no mistake about it. That's why we worship the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And that's all we do. Because we know that the evils are going to be so great. Most people, like that lady said, men's hearts failing them for fear. People going to literally be dropping dead from heart attacks because they can't handle what's happening down here. That's how bad it's going to get. Other people just taking themselves out because they can't stand to be here no more. We already living in those times, but that's getting ready to get it's about to get way, way worse. It says, "But thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh." Hey, that's the kind of state that you want to be in. For wisdom, knowledge, and understanding will be stability of thy times. Or roughly paraphrasing, the Lord is going to have us stable because we have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which most of the world don't have. These 2/3 jakes don't have it because they're not listening. They don't want to hear it. And therefore, they will not have any stability in the times we're coming into. But it says, "Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh." And that's a good place to be in. We're not going to be afraid because the Lord going to have a spirit on us. If you're of the elect, it says, "At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh." So it even takes it even further. Imagine being in a state to where you're laughing. The only way you laughing in a time of famine and destruction is if you got a place to be, you secure, and you got food and drink. And that's what the Lord said. His servants are going to eat. His servants are going to drink. That's the prophecies. The times that we coming into, food is going to be scarce. Water, everything is going to be scarce. Protection, places to be, all that's going to be scarce. But for the elect, the Lord is going to make a way. However he does it, he has many ways he can do it. Hey, we believe in miracles. If you don't believe in miracles, you're in the wrong place. Because that's what the Lord does. The Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he moves in miracles. See, it's going to have all kinds of supernatural things happening down here on this earth. It says, for at destruction and famine thou shalt lie, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth. And hey, it's going to be beasts out here. It's going to be dogs out here, packs of dogs, and they're going to be looking for food. You best believe they ain't going to be playing. Matter of fact, I think I said it before out there in California, it was a squirrel attacking this person as if they didn't give a damn. Straight up attacking them. And hey, squirrels are omnivores. Them same squirrels you've been looking at eating nuts and stuff, berries and all that, they finna be eating. They want meat. They gonna want meat in a minute because everything gonna get scarce out here. See, trees have been burning down left and right. They're gonna be attacking. All these beasts gonna be attacking. Ain't nobody gonna be running these zoos. All them animals are gonna be out here, and you're gonna be going at it. The Lord gonna have a spirit on them animals too, those different beasts. And the Lord gonna have newly created beasts out here. It's gonna be a time of trouble that this place has never seen. Verse 23, and thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. And that's where you want to be. If you're the elect, hey, the Lord just had the animals just go right around you. All the different beasts and wild, they just go right around you. While everybody else around you is getting straight up attacked. That's the power of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We believe the Lord is going to protect us in the times that's coming. And that's just the bottom line. Most people, they thinking they're going to be able to make it on their own. They're going to shoot their way out, whatever they think. Hey, none of that. If the Lord ain't with you, none of that's going to work. Not your own physical strength, not your own weapons, none of that stuff. The Lord say you about to get taken, you finna be taken out. There's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. That's why it's time to get right with the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, while the doors of mercy is still open. Now from here, I want to close out in the book of Esdras, 2nd Esdras, chapter 16. I'm going to start at verse 70. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 70. It says, for there shall be in every place, and it says, and in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Talking about you Jakes. It's already started with the northern tribes, with these deportations and these different concentration camps. It's already started. This thing is all. Listen, if you're an Israelite, you better get right with the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because the evils are coming. And the Lord is going to be looking out for his elect in that day. But everybody else, you're going to be through. As the prophecy said, 1/3 of our people is going to make it out of Babylon the Great. 2/3, which is twice as many, is finna get destroyed right here in Babylon the Great. Even if it's during the time of Jacob's trouble, or when them thermonuclear missiles come during the time of World War III. Any way it go, 2/3 of our people are not going to make it out of Babylon the Great. Only 1/3 of our people, the elect, and any of the elect scattered around the world, the Lord is going to deliver. See? It says, verse 71, and they shall be like madmen, sparing none. What do you think that means? It's, as the scriptures say in the book of Revelation, he knoweth that he had but a short time. So he going to be sparing. He not going to be sparing. He going to be like a madman. He know that, hey, this is his last hoorah. Everything that he doing right here, this is it. He'll never be, once the Lord take these devils down, that's going to be it. So they're going to be out here like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So this is the time of Jacob's trouble we're talking about. It's called Jacob's trouble for a reason. As Israelites, hey, if you don't understand the time that you living in, and that your enemies is all around you, then you don't know what the hell is going on. The same people you think has got your back is the same people that hate you. They don't like you. See? And the Lord is going to put the spirit on these devils, and they're going to be like madmen, sparing none. Verse 72, and they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. They already got executive orders on the books where they could just come take your stuff, take your water, take your oil, take your gas, take anything. See? For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. This is about to go down. These are the times that we're living in. There's no more time for playing, no more time for games. All this scoffing and scorning at the prophets ain't going to do you no good. That ain't going to do nothing but just seal your destruction. See? Verse 73, and they shall be known who are my chosen, but they shall be tried as gold in the fire. And they're going to know the men, and they're going to have a special spirit on us. They're going to know the difference. See, the Lord's going to be protecting his men. Some of his men, we're going to have spiritual power. It's going to be known in that time where all hell is breaking loose. It's going to be a group of men, a small amount of men, the Lord's elect. He's going to be with, and people going to know it. And they shall be known who are my chosen. But it says, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. And then, hey, we catching hell now. We going through it now. We're going through all kinds of different troubles, whether it's money, finances, cars, sicknesses in our bodies, relationships, whatever. We're going through all kinds of tests and trials as we speak. But, hey, that's the Lord getting us ready, getting us hardened and ready for the times that we're coming into. We're not going to be some weak men out here like you're going to find with most men. As the scripture said, men shall be afraid. That's not talking about the elect. That's not talking about the elect, man. Not to say we can't get scared or nothing like that. We not robots. But that just means overall that the Lord is going to have his presence, his spirit upon us. See? We're going to be stable in that time. Verse 74, it says, hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. So the Lord is setting up. He's set up the time of Jacob's trouble. The time of Jacob's trouble is being run by the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And these devils are going to use these devils. And a lot of jakes is about to get deleted up out here. About to get deleted. About to be destroyed. Chaos, you name it, it's coming. He says, but I will deliver you from the same. That's talking about the elect of Israel. Those are the ones that the Lord's going to have that hedge of protection on to deliver out of this said destruction. It says, verse 75, it says, be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide. And that's the bottom line to everything that's about to happen. While all of the chaos of destruction is happening, the Lord going to have the spirit on his elect. It's going to be times where we're going to be just calm. We're going to be laughing. We're going to be eating. The Lord's going to make a way, some kind of way. The Lord is going to make sure we eat and we're protected in the times that we're coming in. It says, so only thing we can do is continue to warn you through the spirit and power of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And the Lord, like I said, he's pouring out his spirit upon all flesh. We're going to continue to see these different prophetic visions and dreams being poured out upon all flesh. That means all nations, Jakes, Eves, you name it, heathens, Edomites. Everybody is having visions and dreams. And we're going to continue to bring it out through the spirit and power of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because, hey, the testimony of Yahweh Shai is a spirit of prophecy. And if you got men out here, they're not prophesying, hey, and then the Lord ain't working with them. This is the time to prophesy. because the days that we living in the last days. If you're not prophesying now, you're not no prophet. This is a time to prophesy. Now, with that, I hope that you were edified by this lesson. This has been The Days of Trouble Are at Hand. I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.